What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking in on an old friend. That's really what it comes down to. It's kind of slow right now. There's not a lot of stuff going on. I think a lot of developers are kind of like hesitating or like flinching as to releasing anywhere near Cyberpunk 2077 because they know they're going to get washed out. And so anyways, not a lot of stuff is releasing right now. Towards the end of the month, after Christmas, we're going to be moving again, taking a look at my release list. So we're going to be spending some time the next few weeks. I'm going to try to sprinkle in new stuff as much as possible, but there's just not a whole lot of it to go around right now that's at my quality standard for, what games get featured. So anyways, there may be a lot of check-ins on other stuff coming up. So anyways, Rising Lords, we checked this out somewhere around April or so, maybe March. We checked this one on out. It's got a lot in common with Lords of the Realm. That's kind of what it reminds me of in a lot of ways. It's got a cool art style. I really like. I think this game has a really, really charming appearance, and it's really nice to look at, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it looks with more polish and more things added to it. If you don't know about this game, it's kind of like a lightweight 4X, but not really. It's more of a turn-based strategy, I guess. It's a turn-based strategy civilization runner in kind of the Crusade Middle Ages. And so anyways, let's start off on single player. We're going to spend about 30 minutes with the game so you can check it out. If you wanted to get the game for yourself after watching that, you can. I'll have a link for you down below like I always do. Next to all my social links and my Twitch and all that kind of fun stuff. We're going to go for a scenario right now. Sir Fartsworth is riding out again. I've already customized my guy, but they have added more stuff since the last time I played the game when it comes to personal character customization. I still haven't figured out how to put anything in my left hand. I sat here for probably 10 minutes trying to figure out how I put something in my left hand, and then I finally just kind of gave up on it. Oh, you right-click. Well, there you go. Never mind. I definitely didn't spend 10 minutes trying to figure out how I put something in my offhand and then figured it out instantly the second I decided to record an episode. That definitely didn't happen. Let the record reflect that I was making jokes, all right, and that I did not do the thing that I said that I did, okay? So anyways, there's a bunch of different stuff you can choose between. We'll go ahead and reset it all so you can take a look at it. You get 2 total points. You can get more points for customization if you take negative traits, but we've got things like we can be Teutonic now, which gives us bonuses to having knights with no upkeep. We get extra morale for chapels when defending. Stuff like that. We can be Jagelionin. I don't have any idea what that means. That's never a word that I've seen before. I've seen Teutonic, I've seen Plantagenet, and I've seen Capetian before, but I've never seen that one right there. It says that it's Polish, I guess, and the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. So there you go. Apparently, they get scythemen instead of peasants, so that's actually kind of cool. I could sort of dig that. Apparently, spearmen and swordsmen cost twice as much. Doesn't really matter because my time that I've spent with this game, I've realized that you can basically wipe the entire map with just peasants and just crossbowmen. I do think that maybe the peasants need to be nerfed ever so slightly. You just make a big blob of like 1,500 peasants, and then you just make like 200 crossbowmen, and you'll pretty much like drop a dookie on everybody. Like the AI has no idea how to deal with that. But anyways, converting these guys right here. Where was it? These guys right here. Replacing your peasants with guys with scythes actually sounds pretty cool, given how strong peasants are. We've got Plantagenets over here. They've got longbowmen, so they get +1 range. Apparently, they get 1 stake. I don't know exactly what that means. It says shepherds underneath it, so I assume they get shepherds for free wherever they start. They've got a 20% limit on something. I don't know what that means either. Earlier revolts, so they revolt easier. Gotcha, but their inns are cheap. We have Capetian over here, which means that you have French noble knights. They have more morale, but they have higher upkeeps and hiring costs. They can get a wedge card for free. Their churches are cheap. Their capitals tend to be stronger. It looks like their regions, so their outlying areas tend to be a little bit weaker. They get larger wheat harvests. And then it looks like gets the figures if 2 players meet requirements at the same time. Not sure what that means. There's also a bunch of generic stuff down here. So you can be like careless. That's a negative trait, so it makes it so that your harvest and your animal growth are worse. Wouldn't recommend taking that as of right now. Food tends to be the most principal problem with any of your medieval villages, I promise. Like, this game does have warfare, but honestly, it's a game about keeping your registers and figuring out when to give people half rations, full rations, moving your taxes around. This is very much a game where you're going to spend time like moving around figures more than you are marching to the Crusades. The general unit does not get a morale boost. Okay. I would consider taking that just because, like, I don't know, the morale boost has never seemed like it made a huge difference to me. Most fights in this game that I've had have been one-sided stomps, and so if you're going to lose anyways, regardless of morale. And if you're going to win anyways, regardless of morale. We can be popular, which means that we just have a flat +2 happiness every turn to our people. That's important because it affects immigration, and you really want immigration. Immigration in this game is tracked globally. So, like, when your city grows, other people's cities are shrinking and losing villagers and stuff like that. So you can really kind of deplete people economically just by providing a better life for their citizens is really what it comes down to. Inspiring right there, and then painstaking. Less lost equipment when disbanding. Yeah, that might be good. All right, well, let's take the dagger. So whoever we embed our general with is going to do 10 extra damage every single time they attack. That's actually pretty solid. Can I put one in that hand too? I can put one in that hand too. I can dual wield. Maybe I'll dual wield. I don't know. I'm giving it some thought right now. We can make it so that we deal 25% more damage, but we take more damage. Kind of a gambler's thing right there. 20 health in region with Lord negates pestilence and vanishes. I'm going to do that, actually, because, like, pestilence and things going wrong can really, really, really sort of mess up your day. It can be problematic. And then I'm going to go with popular as my final perk. There we go. Sir Fartsworth is ready to go forth and take over the land. I don't think that we pick where we go in this game. I'm pretty sure it just throws us around randomly. I've got a bunch of AIs set up right here. You can choose their personality, so you can have them play like a beginner, you can have them play economically, you can have them play kind of honorably, you can have them play aggressively, you can have them play passively. You can really kind of like tailor your experience to be however you want. Beginner characters tend to make more mistakes and offer alliances and like trades and stuff that are not in their benefit. And then there's the difficulty down here, which is really just like how much of a fight they put and really like how well they play the game. This is their personality type. This is their difficulty in that personality type. All right, can I change my color? Oh, I wanted to be the green guys. Okay, I guess I won't be the green guys. For those of you that don't know, green is absolutely my favorite color. I know it's a weird conversation to have as a grown-ass man in my middle 30s. I kind of feel like I've outgrown the need for a favorite color, but at the same time, I just find green more pleasant than all the other colors. I think it's a great color, especially like a dark hunter green, like a forest green. That's what I like. Let's see how good of a map we got here. So you're always going to start out with a pasture. You're always going to start out with a wheat field. It looks like we lucked out, and we got like some brambles right there that we can convert into a farm. And it looks like we have a wood chopping hut. We have a huge city right next door to us, so that's not great. These guys clearly have kind of like the advantage in the power structure right now. To the north of us, it looks like we have a bailey. And to the west of us, what do we have? We have a little village to the west of us and nothing to the south of us. The good news is we are on the edge of the map, which is where you want to be. You don't want to be in the middle anywhere. If you're in the middle, that becomes problematic because inevitably you're going to end up at war with everybody else. Because we have a lot of stuff going on in this game, and it's going to be important for you to understand while I play it. I'm going to try to go through the UI real fast. So we have gold, we have wood, we have stone, we have iron, we have wool, we have spears, we have swords, we have bows, and just ranged weapons in general. We've got ourselves armor, we've got ourselves heavy armor, and then we've got ourselves horses. These are all things that you're going to be spending to get other stuff. So like spear plus armor gives you a spearman. Sword plus armor gives you a swordsman. Bow plus armor gives you a bowman. Heavy armor plus horse and sword, I think, gives you a cavalry, but I haven't really played that far that many times. Down at the bottom, there's a couple of figures you're really going to need to keep track of if you want your civilization to be successful. We have our population. For every 250 population, we get another one of these little peasant figurines that can work in various places around our realm. We have our health. That's how healthy our population is. If health dips too low, you start losing population. If it stays high, you gain population, and people find out that it's like prosperous over here. We have happiness. Happiness works in conjunction with health to determine how many people will leave other settlements to come to your settlement. This is exactly what it says on the tin. This is how happy your people are. This is our garrison. This is how many people that are guarding inside the city should anybody roll up on it and attack it. At bare minimum, we will have 75 guys. So 15 knights and 60 bowmen. in case you were wondering. We also have our tithe right here, which is how much money we take in per turn. Obviously, raising this is going to lower happiness. We have our rations right here. Our rations, in combination with the variety of food that we're feeding people, will determine what our health and what our happiness is. Right now, we're in the middle of winter, so our health is going to be kind of bad. It can only go up from here. You should expect to take a big hit to your health every single time you approach the winter season, because, like, it's flu season. People get sick. They get sick, they die, so on and so forth. So if you've noticed that cyclically every year in the winter your health absolutely bottoms out, it happens. It can help to kind of like raise rations, but it's a thing. We also have wheat over here. We have sheep. We have horses, and we have cattle, and next to these we have a little mouth icon. That's basically toggling whether or not our people will eat that resource every single turn. So as of right now, we have cattle. So we need to put a person over here on top of the farm. That will guarantee that our cattle continue to breed and get stronger. Otherwise, if you don't have anybody over here, your cattle just kind of die because they're not being taken care of. I'm going to put somebody on this field right here. I'm going to put you over here chopping wood. So as you can see, because it's a turn-based game, it's going to tell you the changes to any of your figures turn by turn. And then this little guy, go clear these brambles right here because I'd love to have a second farm. Like, honestly, starting out with a second farm inside your territory is super good. Like, you really want that. So I'm not happy that our neighbors are heavily armed and heavily wealthy, but I am stoked about the fact that, like, we've got 2 farms. So you take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, and there you have medieval life. I'm going to go ahead and say they can eat the cows. No, they can't eat the cows. We'll lean on our grain supply for right now. We don't have anything else going on this turn, so I'm going to recommend we just kind of bypass and go over to the next season. Winter is kind of a dead season in this game. Not a whole lot happens in it. You can't farm. You can't really do a whole lot. Rumors of fierce bears are spreading. That's new. What does that mean? Oh, there's a bear over there. Okay, a wild bear has appeared in Foy. You can either leave it or send in peasants to fight it. The more peasants you have, the greater your chance of victory. Yeah, I wasn't really trying to muster right now. That's not good. That's kind of a bad event for the first turn. Actually, maybe I don't... Oh, we started with a blacksmith? Oh, wow. We started out with a really, really good town. We've got a blacksmith and everything going right now. That's pretty wild. We're going to need the wood because that's our main trade resource. So I'm going to pick up all of my peasants. And then we'll leave one guy over here to just sort of like maintain. Our food crops might take a hit this year, though, just because I had to pull people off of our food crops to go fight a bear. You need a peasant or they will slowly die. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Let them die. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Hopefully, we have a trader right here, so I think we'll be okay. I can make up for the bad harvest. Half of all sheep and cows have died from black leg disease. Oh, that's not good either. We have problems right now. Okay, you guys go back on over here. You sow some seeds. Do what you got to do. You come over here and chop wood for a little bit because when the trader comes back, I'm going to try to sell him a big old ass pile of wood. What do we have here? Let us be friends for now. Sincerely, Lord Burt. Sure, why not? The beast is slain. The hunt was successful and the peasantry is rejoicing. The pelt and the meat will bring a good price on the market. So we got 70 gold from that and 5 happiness. I really hope that I hope the trader comes back. I need to buy grains. We're going to have a really bad harvest this year. And I don't know if we'll survive the next year without a trader. There he is! The trader has arrived. And as you can see, because we hit 1250 on population, we got another peasant over here. I'm going to have him stack up and start working on gathering wood. You, sir! I truly and deeply need to sell you some of my wood. My wood is cheap, my wood is for sale, and I'm giving out to just about anybody that wants it. We'll go ahead and I'm going to dump like 400 wood on this guy real fast. There we go. That'll give us 800 bucks. So now we've got money to play around with. Please tell me you have grain. Oh my god, he has grain. Okay, so we can pick up the grain for sure. I actually don't know if we're going to need that much. I'll probably pick up like 400 because I think that's kind of what we missed out on about actually 200. So I'll get like 350 grain just to even out that bad harvest we had on account of having to go fight a bear, which is like the manliest reason to lose your harvest. But, you know, that's going to cost us 560. I'm going to stock up on a little bit more wool while he's here. So we'll get 20 wool. I'm going to grab 20 more iron while he's here. You never know, dude. Like, the trader is actually one of the most important mechanics in this entire game. Like, the trader allows you to get access to things that your territory does not have. And, like, sometimes you'll go, like, 15 turns without him showing up, and, like, you'll be running out of something, and you're like, dude, I need a trader, like, really, really badly. Please send me a trader, and you just won't get it. And so I tend to stock up early rather than later just to make sure that, like, money comes and goes. I can always make more money. It's not that big of a deal. But, like, I always try to make sure that I have as many of the things that I need in order to get by. We could buy some heads of cattle. They're actually pretty ridiculously cheap. Yeah, I'll replace the cattle that we lost, just as like a sign of good faith to the peasantry. Alright, so we still got like 350 bucks, which is still pretty good. Like, we're in decent shape right now. We're gonna survive this year. Health is gonna take a hit, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell them to go ahead and raise the rations right there. And we need to start a construction, actually. So I'm going to start a construction over here. We're about to hit 1750, and once you get past your population cap, that doesn't mean people stop moving into your city in this game. No, they hear how everybody's happy here, and everybody's healthy here, and everybody's making money here. They keep coming, and for every peasant that you don't have a house for, so let's say we're at 2,000, but we only have 1,750 capacity, you end up with a beggar, and beggars are horrible on your public health and happiness. And so, like, you don't want beggars. Like, really a big mechanic of this game is avoiding beggars. It's going to take us 200 wood to build a manor. 500 people can live inside of a church. Maybe I'll do a church next level instead. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Let's do the church instead. What is this? Let us be friends, Sir Robert. All right. Let us be opening trade. Yay, from Lord Bert. Yeah, absolutely. We can open trade. There we go. Now we got 4 more bucks coming in per year or per season. All right, so now is when we actively get gnarly here. I'm going to cut that in half. Let's feed people some cows, I guess, too, just to help out with the wheat. We did buy extra cows, and I'd like to think we bought those cows for a reason. Let's go ahead and raise a church real fast so that when we crusade, people will understand, and they will be like, yeah, this guy's crusading. Because sometimes you just got to go find somebody and crusade on them. And then you praise the sun, and you T-pose, and you go, crusade! It's just a bunch of guys walking. That's it, the entire, like, 100 years of human history right there was just people walking down an old dusty road with a spear being like, crusade! And that's, like, all that they did. Like, everybody on the planet, that's all that they did for, like, 100 years. And then after 100 years of that, they were like, maybe we should focus on science and, like, literacy and stuff. You don't have to like it, but it's true. Splattercat's Guide to History. All right, spring has successfully sprung. We've got another peasant here. I'm going to put him up there to get more wood just in case the trader comes back by. I make a stupid amount of money in this game just giving wood to the trader. That's it. I know how dubious that sentence was. I knew. I still do it anyways. I will give that trader wood all day long, so long as he continues to visit so long as, happy trader, happy me. Like I said, if he skips me for a couple of seasons, it breaks my heart and makes me cry. Oh, dude, we got a drought. No, dude, I don't want to have a drought. Half crops is weak, dude. I don't want that. Oh, wow. Immigration is going, like, shockingly well right now. You guys clear out that field right there, because I got a bad feeling that with all this immigration and all these people moving around, that we are going to have a food problem very, very soon. Actually, I may need to mash out the church. Yeah, let's mash out the church real fast. We're going to need the extra pop cap. There you go. The church hath been built, so we're getting 1 native happiness per turn from now on. So that's kind of nice. That'll help out. The game does lag a lot during the in-between turns. I do think that in early access, there's some absolute, like, things that they need to smooth over. Like, I love the presentation of the game. I love that this game is simple, yet kind of, like, fun. It's got enough complication there to keep me interested, but not so much that I get overwhelmed like a lot of other grand strategy games go for. Like, I like this game quite a bit, but one of the big problems the game has is its performance. The performance is kind of bad. Like, every single time you go through a turn, like, it more or less, like, lags out on you. So that'll be something that definitely needs to be looked into. We have extra peasants over here. Pick them up. We'll put 2 down there. A couple more up there just to make sure we're bringing in a lot of wood because I need a trader. If I go full rations right there. You know what? In the interest of saving food, I am going to let my health tank for 1 year. So we've completed the construction of a church, so that's pretty rad. That's good. Let us be friends, Sir Henry, sure. Let's combine our powers so that no one can stop us. So it looks like he's at war with him. It looks like we're mostly at peace with pretty much everybody right now. Well, I suppose I accept that treaty. I don't know. It seems like an okay idea. So we're now allied with this guy over here, and we're at peace with him. It didn't force us to declare war like Total War style in order to, I guess it's not that kind of defensive alliance. All right, we're going to take a hit to our health, but, like, it's fine. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a trader this season. We're pretty much surviving solely off of what traders are bringing in at the moment, and we did not get a trader. So, it's going to be kind of a hungry season, let me be honest with you. Maybe he'll I'm just going to bypass his turn. There's nothing for us to do. We've pretty much done here. Did they ever finish off that field down there to the south? I would love it if they finish off this field down here. No, it still needs one more progress. Oh, my heart is broken. Okay. Well, we'll have one person start manufacturing weapons. So we'll have him start, like, kind of spitting out ranged weapons. And then after that, I'll probably have him spit out a bunch of spears. And we'll kind of get the military ready. We need to raise a militia because I think taking this territory over here is going to be a really good idea. It looks like they have an iron mine. That alleviates one of our issues, and so I can start moving iron in between here and there. They have cattle, and they have another field. So, like, I feel like they got brambles, too. So, actually, we would have 4 fields available. So, like, both of these areas would be really, really good for growth. All right, no trader just yet. Bummed out about that. Wish there was a trader, but there ain't. I can't put anybody inside of... Can I build something new? What do I want to build right now? So we've got a wooden castle that houses 250 people. We can do a stone castle. It might be worth it to do a manor. What is this, an inn? So it increases our maximum population and allows us to put peasants on it to raise happiness. Might be good. And increases the health of your people and the morale of armies that are stationed in the bathhouse. We can also get a town guard, which will add more spearmen to our city. That might not be too bad of an idea. It's 300 wood for this. I'm thinking either an inn or a bathhouse. The inn is cheaper, so I think I'm going to do an inn over here. That guy's not doing anything anyway, so we'll put him over here. Hey, he cleared out the field. It's not going to help us till next year, but at least we didn't have any droughts or any bad things happen to our crops. So that's going to be a benefit that I would solely look into. We'll go ahead and throw him down there. The wasteland has been cleared, so we're good to go. A wasteland has been cleared in Foix and can now be used as a pasture or field. Good. Still no trader. Is he in the neighboring city? He might come over here. We'll see. I definitely need him to come over here. So my sincerest hope is that he will consider it. We don't really have a whole lot going on right now. I think we can still get like a small harvest if we time this right. I think I'm going to lean on my cattle stocks for one season. We have a lot of cattle right now, and I think we can afford to lose them. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal if we lose it. No! Every single time, man. Every single time. It's either a drought or a poor harvest when I play this game. Every single time, dude. The medieval world is rough, and it don't care. We're going to get 300 right there. We're going to keep leaning on the cattle for a little bit. And we're just going to accept the hit that we're going to take to health for right now. Once this gets up to 80 crossbows, we're going to swap our production over at the smithy over to spears, I think. Did somebody leave? Did we lose population or something? Where did our blacksmith go? I would like you to make spears. I don't know where our blacksmith went. Yeah, I think we lost a guy. Okay, that's a bummer. We'll go ahead and we'll go right there real fast. We've got 2 people working on that. So next turn, we should have the inn completed. What is this? Your population is dwindling. Yeah, I got the feeling. I can read the numbers. I can read the numbers. We have enough wood. I'll put him over here to work on spears for a little bit. Well, it looks like our population came back. So what is that, a drunkard? Oh, we got a flood too, dude. Oh, this is all bad. We keep getting just, like, negative modifiers to our crops. It's keeping us from growing. Like, I should be, like, on the road waging war right now, and instead I'm worried about just kind of, like, my ledger. Let's see. We've got 2 guys down here. Can I help over here with the baling? Yeah, there you go. They get a green outline around them if you have 2 minutes. What are you? Oh, he went down. Apparently, our blacksmith left, and he went down here to generate happiness by just like chilling at the inn and getting shit faced. Like, apparently that makes everybody else happy. I don't know why. Maybe a guy's a dick. You know what I mean? Maybe he's a terrible person unless he's drunk. Who knows? But we've got that done right there. We're producing spears. Another turn of spears. And then, oh, we've got the trader too. Hold on, trader. I need to give the trader wood again. I know a noble lord must do what he must do in order to make his land successful, okay? Sometimes you got to give a guy wood in order to keep the realm prospering. I know the peasants are down there being like, "Me lord never does nothing for me." You know, but honestly, they don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Let me tell you what. The amount of shuffling that I have to do in order to make this whole place function is frankly revolting. It's nauseating. We're going to have to buy, I have to buy some grain. We're just really, really hard up on grain. So I'll go for like 300 grain to get us through the year. We're good on iron for right now. That still leaves us with a decent surplus of cash inside the treasury. So I think we'll be okay. I really hope they bail this out by the end of the season. Like if they don't. Oh, crop field can only be worked by 3. Okay, that's fine. Just keep on bailing, I guess. Our population has increased yet again. More drunkards for the drunkard pile, I suppose. I'm pretty sure having any more than like one guy over here is completely and totally unnecessary. Oh, I can tell him to raise other stuff too. You know, that might help out with public health if I do like a sheep farm. I will consider. Yeah, I think I will, actually. I think I will do the sheep farm over here. Do a sheep farm. You're now a sheep farmer. We have 3 sheeps. It's not helping out too much yet, but maybe someday it will. We've got 80 spears right there. I need this guy to swap on over. I forgot to buy wool. Okay. Well, we can still get 2 batches, which should be fine. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's something. I'm going to let the sheep build up a little bit and kind of like steamroll. And then if we get another trader, I'll probably buy a few more sheep just to make sure our herds grow. Because as you can see, there's like a multiplier there. It's going to take them a little bit to get going. Actually, it looks like they had a really good harvest down there too. So I think we might be all right. Happiness is looking great. Yeah, you come over here and continue chopping wood. It's basically our main export. It's pretty much all that we have. You guys probably want to see combat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save right here. Then I'm going to raise an army, and I believe we are going to go over here and just see if we can take over their stuff. Probably a dick move. This game does have cards, so it uses a hex-based combat system. You have cards that will modify the combat, but in general, it's just you moving troops around on a hex. We have 900 XP right now. Take aim is pretty good, so I'll take that. Blind fire is pretty good, so I'll take that. We'll take those 2. I really, really like decoy for protecting units, so we'll take that. We can go with inspire, ladders, rally call. We can go with booby traps. That might be kind of cool. Yeah, let's go with a booby trap. That sounds like fun. We can go with shields up as well. There we go. I've spent all of my XP on cards. So there is kind of a level up mechanic in this game too. How many peasants can I recruit? Like 600? Okay. Let's go ahead and I want crossbowmen. Do I have crossbowmen? Yeah, give me crossbowmen. Crossbowmen are good. And then we'll go ahead and make them right there. And I think that's about all we can afford for right now. Yeah, muster the army. Why not? People hate it when you muster an army in this game, by the way. Just a fair warning. Mustering an army can get expensive. You do not have the gold to pay your army. All right, we'll raise the tide then. People are going to be upset about it, but hey, you got to pay what you owe out here, all right? So as you can see, you can only move like simple distances. You can move to a border or to a province each time around. He doesn't have anything to produce right there. I'm going to leave him on it even though his production is minimal. And then we're going to move over here. I fully expect that we're going to lose this fight, but I wanted to show you guys combat before we got out of here. So I feel like it's a good idea that even if I'm going to lose, you guys should see what the combat looks like and how it feels. We'll see if this little neutral settlement over a faraway land seems to force people to leave their homes. Okay, so we have, like, mass migration. Alright, we'll go to battle. Yep. To battle! With no regrets. Okay, so we place a unit, they place a unit. Their garrisons are already down. We may get Zerg mobbed here, and we may have a really bad day. But I'm going to fight from the corner, and hopefully it takes them so long to get down here that we can wipe these guys before the whole thing starts off. I'm going to go ahead and put my Lord right there. We've got 4 cards, take aim. Yeah, I'll take all those. Those are all fine. Those are all good. They're playing a card on that guy right there. I have no idea what they're playing. It could be like anything. Oh, he's going to fire an arrow at me. Oh, dude, that did so much damage. Oh, weak, dude. They have a shocking amount of initiative right now. So they've swapped past. We have blind fire. It's kind of a bummer that we took all that damage because we can't afford to take all that damage. I needed those archers to last, unfortunately. I can go ahead and I can try and wipe these guys out. We knocked them down to 4 guys. We'll be okay. You do take retaliation damage every time you engage, so keep that in mind as well. They're going to move over there and try to shiv me, and that's going to wipe out their first unit. I got to keep these archers safe in the back. Unless I keep these archers safe, we have, like, big problems. Oh, I think they're moving from my base right now. Okay. Yeah, I think they're moving for, like, my little siege camp. Go ahead and fire at them. Whatever damage you can deal. Wipe them out. There we go. Their troop is now down. There's no, like, base contact or anything, so I'm pretty sure these guys can still just sort of, like, move into my territory of influence. And I'm pretty sure they can still take over my base. Like, we may have just lost right there. Oh, no, he fell back. Looky there. We already used our retaliation on that side. He's sallying out. I'm going to come over to this hill. And let's focus on them first. So we are a little bit flanked right now. That's not super great. However, this problem should resolve itself before too long. Yeah, go ahead and we'll do blind fire, I guess. That's not too bad. I'll take that. Let's go ahead and wipe these guys out since they've got our flank. And we'll go ahead and guard our camp. This guy's going to move over here to engage right here. I bet you anything. Yeah. It's not great. It's not perfect, but that's life. He's fallen back, so that's good. You fall back to this hill over here. You move through and charge him. I do wish that there was some kind of base contact. Like, I don't know how it would be implemented, but, like, I've noticed that the AI tends to, like, ignore and just go after your troops. And so, like, I would like to see some kind of attack or opportunity or something like that, or it takes you, like, your entire turn to get out of an opportunity area, I suppose. Yeah, just keep moving over to there. If he tries to chase him, we're going to play a trap right there real fast, just in case. Because I've got a feeling he's gonna. There we go. Let him take a little bit of damage. You keep running away. I'm going to keep putting traps on people as much as possible if I can. Yeah, go ahead and attack right there. Honestly, we're losing our combat efficiency. We're doing kind of poorly at the moment. We only have 7 archers left, which is kind of, like, not great. Well, might as well. We'll go ahead and put aim on him so that he deals more damage. Move in right there. 10 damage dealt. I think we've got this in the bag. I think we've got it. Oh, he had Dummy on him. So there's a card called Dummy that negates all damage from the next attack. There we go. That guy's down along with their lord, so that should help out. The troops are fleeing the battlefield. Good. Victory is ours. We've taken over a territory. So this is Rising Lords. I hope you guys liked it. I think this game's going to be really, really cool. I think it could use a few more layers of complexity when it comes to, like, religion and, like, annexing territories and the interactions between the player and the AI, but I am excited about it. I love everything from the presentation to just kind of how relaxing the game is. Check it out down below. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. How you doing? Take care, everybody. That's all I got for you for right now. Bye-bye.